You were born not in Moscow, but in a military town near Pskov, 1985. Your mother is a teacher. Your father is an airborne officer. Instead of toys, you were given discipline. It's cheaper than love and kills weakness. By the age of 10, you already know how to disassemble an AK. Your childhood is a barracks without heating. You freeze at night under a thin blanket. 1991. Collapse. The USSR is no more. Your father lost his job. The great power turned into a dump overnight. Now he drinks every evening, vodka and swearing. Your mother works 3 jobs to feed the family. You eat American Aid in the school cafeteria. Bush legs are humiliation with a taste of chicken. The yard is a jungle. Here are gangs, drug addicts and shooting at night. You learn to fight or die. The choice is simple. At 14 years old, you end up in the police station for the first time. Self-defense. You broke the nose of a guy who tried to take your jacket. The district officer looks at you and says, "Either the army or prison. There is no third option." Your best friend Seryoga got hooked on heroin. You saw him dying in the stairwell. Blue lips, foam from the mouth. He was 17. You realized life is crap, but you can choose which crap. 1995. You're in school. New Russians drive into the yard in jeeps. They are mocking the veteran, your neighbor. They beat him with sticks because he asked them not to park on the playground. You stand and watch. Powerlessness burns your throat. You promise yourself never to be weak again. Your father sobers up for a day and says, "If you want to live like a human being, go to the FSB. At least there's order there." It's the only sensible advice you've heard from him. 2003. You are 18. You apply to the FSB Academy of Russia. Michurinsky Avenue, Moscow. Selection like for war. Out of 100 candidates, they take 30. Physical training. A 10-kilometer run in 40 minutes. 25 pull-ups. That's the minimum. Psychological tests. They ask you if you are ready to kill a person if ordered. You say, "Yes, that's the correct answer." Background check. They dig into your past up to the 3rd generation. If your grandfather had problems with the KGB, you'll be rejected. You're lucky. Clear. First day at the academy. Wake up at 6 in the morning, lights out at 11 in the evening. In between, hell. Physical training until you vomit. Sambo. Sistema. Hand-to-hand combat. You learn to break bones and strangle people with bare hands. This is not a sport. It's murder with rules. Firearm training. PM, Makarov pistol, 9mm, reliable as a crowbar. You shoot until your fingers bleed. The standard is to hit the chest target from 25 meters. 10 out of 10, otherwise a retake. AK-74 Kalashnikov assault rifle. You disassemble it blindfolded in 18 seconds. Assemble it in 22.
This is your second wife. There won't be a first. No time.
SVD, Dragunov sniper rifle. You lie in the mud for 3 hours, not moving, waiting for the target. One shot, a hit to the head from 300 meters. The instructor says, "Good, but not enough to survive." Psychology. They teach you how to recruit people, find a weakness. Money, fear, pride, lust. Everyone has a price. Your task is to find it and press. You learn to lie, look into eyes, and talk nonsense with a straight face. Lie detector. They connect you to wires, ask questions. You have to deceive the machine. Breathing, pulse, blood pressure, all under control. You pass the test. Congratulations, you are a professional liar. The first year, elimination. Out of 30, 18 remained. Some couldn't handle the physical demands, some broke down psychologically. One guy hanged himself in the bathroom. No one talks about it. He's just not there. They test your endurance. Solitary confinement. A concrete box 2 by 2 meters. No light, no food, only water. For 3 days, you sit in the dark and listen to yourself go insane. Sounds in your head, voices. You scratch the walls with your nails. On the 3rd day, they let you out. You come out like an old man. The instructor says, "Well done." Now you know what solitary confinement is. If you get captured, this will be your home. The year 2005. You choose a specialization. Counterintelligence, internal threats, spies, traitors, terrorists. You will hunt your own. This is the dirtiest job. They teach you operational psychology, how to break people without torture. Sleep deprivation. You interrogate a suspect for 48 hours straight. He sits on a chair with the light on. You switch with your partner every 6 hours, but he doesn't. After 2 days, he's ready to sign anything just to sleep. Agent work. How to recruit a source. You study the targets.
Where he lives, who he sleeps with, what he eats, what debts, what fears. You find the entry point. Money, he is in debt. Blackmail, he has a mistress. Ideology, he is dissatisfied with the authorities. Patriotism, he believes in the homeland. Choose a tool and apply pressure. You become his friend, confessor, savior, and then you ask for a small favor. Just pass on a document. Just tell what you heard at the meeting. He agrees. Congratulations. He's yours. Technical surveillance. Wiretapping. You learn to install bugs the size of a pill in the phone, in the outlet, in the baseboard. The microphone works for 2 weeks on a battery. You listen to everything. Conversations, sex, arguments, snoring. 99% is garbage, but that 1% is gold. Surveillance. You follow the subject for weeks. On foot, by car, in the subway. You memorize his walk, how he smokes, how he looks around. If he's a professional, he'll figure you out. So you work in a team, switching with partners. Breaking in, you learn to pick locks in 30 seconds. Lockpicks, turners, electronic readers. You enter the apartment while the owner is at work, install cameras, copy the computer's hard drive, photograph documents, and leave. Languages. English is a must. You learn it to a native level. American accent, slang, idioms. You have to pass as a local. German or Chinese as an option.
You choose German. Europe is your zone.
2007. Internship. You are sent to Prague under a cover story. You are an exchange student, studying history. In reality, you are monitoring Russian dissidents. They meet in cafes, discussing how to overthrow the regime.
Your task is to gather information. Who is the leader? Who is the sponsor? What connections exist? You live in a hostel, work as a bartender, make acquaintances. You're a nice Russian guy who fled from Putin. Failure. Czech counterintelligence BS identifies you. You got exposed. You asked too many questions, showed too much interest in the wrong things. You get a call from the center. Evacuation immediately. You burn the documents, take the SIM card out of the phone, break it, and leave the hostel with one backpack. Taxi to the airport. Flight to Vienna. From there, a train to Moscow. You returned. Failure is a lesson. You learned it. 2008.
Graduation. You are a junior operative of the K department of the FSB of Russia. Moscow. Lubyanka. Your salary is 45,000 rubles. That's poverty for the capital. You rent a one-room apartment on the outskirts for 25,000. Travel by metro. Your suit is from the market, but you have a red ID, an FSB badge. You can stop any car, enter any building, arrest anyone. You are a plainclothes god. Your inventory, PM, Makarov pistol with 2 magazines, 16 bullets. You always wear it under your jacket in a holster. Even when you sleep, it's on the nightstand. A recorder the size of a lighter records for 12 hours. A hidden camera in a button captures video. The quality is crap. Your first operation is recruitment. Their target is a US Embassy employee in Moscow, James Collins, a cultural attaché who is actually a CIA officer undercover. Your task is to recruit him, turn him into a double agent. This is top-notch. You are studying the dossier. Married, 2 children, likes whiskey and poker. This is your entry point. You arrange a chance meeting, the same poker club. You sit at his table, introduce yourself as a businessman. Import, export. You play, you lose on purpose. He relaxes. After the game, you go to a bar, drink whiskey, chat about life. He likes you, you become his friend. Months 2, 3. You meet regularly, play, drink. You learn everything. His wife is cheating on him with the ambassador. His debts have grown to $50,000. The casino belongs to the Chechens. They don't joke around. You see he's on the edge. A little more, and he will break. You plant card sharks. They drown him in debt. Now he owes $80,000. The Chechens come to his home, threaten his family. He is in a panic. You appear as a savior, offering help. I know people who can solve your problem, but they will ask for a favor in return. He understands what it's about. He's not a fool, but he has no choice. He agrees. You hand him over to the handler. Now he's ours. He hands over documents, talks about the CIA's plans in Russia. You receive a bonus of 50,000 rubles and a medal for distinguished service. You put it in the desk drawer. No one but you will see it. Your work is secret. Routine is 90% of the service. You sit in the car for 12 hours, watching the suspect. He leaves the house, goes to the store, buys bread, returns home. That's it. You record this in the report. Tomorrow, the same thing. You listen to the wiretap. Hundreds of hours of recordings, conversations about the weather, about football, about back pain. 99% is garbage. But you are looking for that 1%, the code word.